Yo, what's good, legends? Elon Musk just became worth $700 billion, while you're over here doing mental gymnastics trying to figure out if you can afford both gas and groceries this week. Like, bro, this man's net worth went up more in 1 month than your entire family tree will make in 10 generations. And here's the crazy part. Some of y'all might actually benefit from this in 2026. Hold up, before we get into it, smash that subscribe button right now so you never miss these money hacks. I got you, fam. Let's freaking go. What's good, legends? This is Mark Finance and Reports, and today we're talking about how Elon Musk just had the most insane financial glow-up in human history, and why 2026 might be the year regular people, yeah, you, scrolling while pretending to work, might actually catch some crumbs from this billionaire's table. And I'm not talking about some fake guru nonsense. I'm talking real potential money moves tied to Tesla, SpaceX, robots, and AI that could either change your bank account or absolutely nothing. We'll see. But first, let me paint you a picture of how stupid rich this man just got. Elon just unlocked God mode wealth. Alright, so December 2025 just happened, right? And Elon Musk's net worth did something that should literally be illegal. This man went from like $300 billion, which is already insane, to over $700 billion in a matter of weeks. Let me say that slower for the people in the back eating Cheetos. $700 billion. Yo, that's more than the GDP of like 18 countries, bro. This man is worth more than Switzerland's economy. He could buy every NFL team, every Taco Bell on Earth, and still have enough left over to fund a small moon colony, which, knowing him, he will. So how did this happen? Two things. Number one, Delaware Supreme Court was like, yo, Elon, remember that $56 billion Tesla pay package from 2018 that we said you couldn't have? Yeah, never mind, here's $139 billion because Tesla stock went up. Bro, imagine your boss being like, hey, sorry we forgot to pay you in 2018, here's $139 billion. Meanwhile, I'm out here celebrating when Chipotle gives me extra guac for free. Number two, SpaceX just did a private stock sale that valued the company at $800 billion. Not publicly traded, just rich people in a room going, yeah, that rocket company worth $800 billion. And boom, Elon owns like 42% of it, so his net worth goes brr like a money printer on espresso. Oh, and his AI company, XAI, also worth like $230 billion now after raising $15 billion in funding. This man has 3 companies worth more than most countries. Meanwhile, you're stressed because your credit card APR went from 19% to 24% and you don't know why. I'll tell you why, because banks are criminals, but that's another video. But here's what nobody tells you about this wealth, though. This is all paper wealth, but still crazy. Now, before you go full pitchfork mode like eat the rich, let me explain something super important that finance pros don't want you to understand. Elon doesn't have $700 billion sitting in a checking account at Chase Bank. He's not swiping a debit card for $80 billion at Costco, like, yeah, give me all the rotisserie chickens. This is called equity compensation and private valuations, which is finance nerd speak for his wealth is tied to stock he owns, not cash he can spend. Here's the analogy. Imagine you own a lemonade stand. One day, your neighbor says, bro, I'll buy your lemonade stand for $1 million. You don't sell it, but now on paper, you're a millionaire. Except you can't actually use that money unless you sell the stand. That's Elon. His Tesla stock, SpaceX shares, and XAI equity are worth insane amounts because other people think they're worth that much. But here's the kicker. If he tried to sell all of it at once, the price would crash because the market would panic. It's like trying to sell 10,000 PS5s on Facebook Marketplace at the same time. Prices tank. Supply and demand, baby. So yes, he's stupid rich, but it's rich on paper, not rich in the bank account. Though, let's be real, he could sell like $10 billion worth tomorrow and still be fine. Must be nice. Now, here's where it gets interesting for you. How you might make money from your Tesla in 2026. All right, buckle up because this is where it gets wild. Elon's big plan for 2026 is to launch Tesla's robo-taxi network. What's a robo-taxi? It's basically Uber, but the car drives itself and you don't have to deal with a driver named Kyle who won't stop talking about his podcast. But here's the genius part for regular people who own Teslas. You could potentially add your car to the robo-taxi fleet and make passive income while you're at work, asleep, or watching Netflix in your underwear. Let me break this down stupid simple. You wake up, go to work, and your Tesla is just sitting in the driveway doing nothing, right? Waste of money. But in 2026, if Tesla's full self-driving actually works, big if, we'll get to that, you could send your car out to pick up strangers like a robo-Uber, and Tesla takes a cut, you take a cut. It's like renting out your car on Turo, except the car drives itself, and you don't have to worry about someone hotboxing your back seat. It's called yield on deployed capital in finance terms, which just means your asset makes you money while you're not using it, like rental properties, but it's your car. Elon's claiming that if this works, Tesla owners could make tens of thousands of dollars per year in passive income. Now, do I believe that? This is the same guy who said we'd have 1 million robo-taxis by 2020. It's 2025, and I still gotta drive my own car like a peasant. But if even a fraction of this works, imagine making an extra $500 to $1,000 a month just from your car working while you sleep. That's groceries, that's rent help, that's I can finally afford the name brand cereal money.
SpaceX might go public and you could get in. Okay, so here's something huge that's flying under the radar. SpaceX might go public in 2026. Right now, SpaceX is private, meaning only rich people and venture capital firms can invest. But if they IPO, initial public offering, that means regular people like you could buy SpaceX stock on Robinhood or Fidelity or whatever app you use to gamble on meme stocks. And get this, they're talking about an IPO valuation of $1 trillion to $1.5 trillion. Bro, that would make it one of the biggest IPOs in history. Why does this matter for you? Because if you get in early and SpaceX keeps growing, launching Starlink satellites, going to Mars, doing space tourism for rich people, the stock could go up and you make capital gains. Capital gains is just finance speak for you bought low, sold high, and now you can afford guac at Chipotle without sweating. Now, real talk, IPOs are risky. A lot of them pop on day one because of hype, then crash hard. Remember Uber's IPO? Yeah, it sucked for a while. So don't go throwing your rent money at SpaceX stock day one thinking you'll retire. Do your own research. Robots and AI might make everything cheaper or take your job. All right, here's where Elon's master plan gets philosophical and also kinda scary. He's betting big on humanoid robots, Tesla Optimus, and AGI, artificial intelligence, through his company xAI. The idea is that robots and AI will eventually do most jobs: manufacturing, delivery, customer service, maybe even flipping burgers at McDonald's. Now, if you're sitting there like, bro, that sounds like robots are stealing my job, yeah, kinda. But here's the other side. If robots do all the work, the cost of producing stuff goes way down. And when production costs drop, prices drop. This is called technological deflation, which is fancy talk for everything gets cheaper because robots work for free. Imagine a world where your groceries cost half as much because robots harvested, packaged, and delivered everything. Where your rent is cheaper because robot construction crews built affordable housing in record time. Where your car maintenance is dirt cheap because robot mechanics fix it in 10 minutes. Elon calls this abundance economics, the idea that technology makes everything so cheap and plentiful that money becomes less important. Which sounds amazing until you realize, wait, if robots do all the jobs, how do I make money? That's the trillion-dollar question nobody has answered yet.
Some people say universal basic income, UBI, the government pays everyone a monthly check because robots do the work. Others say we'll all just find new jobs that don't exist yet, like AI therapist or robot supervisor. Personally, I think we're heading toward a world where either technology makes life so cheap that you don't need much money to live well, or wealth inequality gets so insane that billionaires live on Mars and the rest of us fight over canned beans. Dark humor, laughing. Time will tell. All right, let's bring this home with actual actions you can take, because I'm not just here to scare you, I'm here to help you win. Move number 1, if you're investing, consider small exposure to disruptive tech. I'm talking Tesla, future SpaceX, if it IPOs, AI-related stocks or ETFs. Not your whole portfolio, maybe 5–10% of your fun money investments. The rest, boring index funds like VOO or VTI. Stay diversified. Don't be the person who puts their life savings in Dogecoin. Move number 2. If you own a Tesla, watch the robotaxi rollout. If full self-driving actually works and the robotaxi network launches, research how to opt in. Could be passive income, could be a flop. But if it's real, early adopters will make the most money. Keep your eyes open. Move number 3, skill up for the AI economy. Real talk, if robots are coming for jobs, you need skills that robots can't do. Creative work, human connection, problem solving. Learn something new in 2026. Take a course, build a side hustle. Don't just coast and hope everything works out. And look, I'm not saying Elon's gonna save you. I'm not even saying any of this will work. This man has promised flying cars, Mars colonies, and brain chips for years, and we're still waiting. But the potential is there. And in finance, potential creates opportunity. You just gotta be ready to move when the moment comes. Whew, all right, I'm legit out of breath. Look, Elon Musk becoming worth $700 billion is insane. But the real story isn't just his wealth. It's what his companies might do for regular people in 2026. Robotaxis, SpaceX stock, cheaper goods from AI and robots. Could be huge, could be hype. We'll see. Just remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I once thought diversifying meant buying 2 different scratch-off tickets. Do your own research, don't invest money you can't afford to lose, and for the love of God, stop paying credit card minimums thinking that's financial discipline. It's not. Drop a like if this saved you time, subscribe or the banks win, and I'll see you tomorrow with more money hacks. Love y'all, let's freaking go. Disclaimer, not financial advice. I'm just a guy on the internet yelling about Elon Musk. Do your own research, don't sue me.